You know, I still remember that day like it was yesterday, the sting on my cheek, the metallic taste in my mouth, and the way the whole conference room on my private jet went dead silent after Victor Hale slapped me right across the face. Here I was, Elena Ramirez, a girl who clawed her way up from a cramped apartment in East LA, building Ramirez Innovations into a tech powerhouse worth billions. And this entitled white exec from Legacy Dynamics thinks he can put his hands on me during a merger meeting? But instead of screaming or breaking down, I just smiled cold, calculated, like I'd been waiting for him to slip and hit record on my smartwatch, turning his rage into my ultimate weapon. Growing up, life wasn't easy. My parents passed in a car wreck when I was 8, leaving me with Abuela Maria, who juggled 3 jobs just to keep the lights on in our little place near the projects. She always said, "Your brain's your ticket out, midja fill it up, and no one can take it from you." And boy, did I listen, burying myself in books and tinkering with old computers from the thrift store until my high school teacher, Mr. Lopez, spotted my knack for coding and pushed me toward Stanford on a full ride. College hit hard, though. Being one of the few Latino women in engineering, I'd raise my hand and get ignored, or hear whispers about affirmative action hires, but Abuela's voice echoed in my head. "They underestimate you? That's your edge strike when they're blind." I graduated top of my class, landed at TechForge, but after 5 years of watching mediocre guys leapfrog me while stealing my AI algorithms, I set enough cash in my savings, borrowed from Abuela, and started Ramirez Innovations in a dingy garage with my old roommate Carlos as COO and a sharp admin named Lena, who'd been overlooked for being too old at 50. We scraped by on freelance gigs, me crashing on the floor most nights, until our breakthrough AI for efficient data processing landed a contract with a mid-tier firm, slashing their costs by 25%. Boom. Suddenly we're growing, hiring diverse talent, building a culture where ideas win, not connections, and by year 20, we're a global beast with 4,000 employees. Mentoring underrepresented folks because I knew firsthand how the system stacks against us. The merger with Legacy Dynamics was supposed to be my crowning move, their old-school networks plus our cutting-edge tech equaling domination, but from the moment their team boarded my jet at SFO, I sensed the storm brewing. Reginald Thorpe, their silver-haired CEO, all polished arrogance from generations of Ivy League privilege, gave a curt nod, but Victor Hale, his bulldog VP, gripped my hand like he wanted to crush it, smirking as he said, "Fancy ride you've got, must be nice riding those diversity grants." I brushed it off, explaining the jet was our mobile lab for testing innovations. But as we cruised at altitude and I pitched the integration, our systems replacing their outdated ones, their teams reporting to Carlos, Victor's interruptions turned nasty, scoffing, "We've built this industry for decades. You think your little startup's handouts qualify you to call the shots?" The room tensed when I announced redundancies, and he exploded, standing over me, face red. "You're just a quota fill who got lucky, affirmative action trash stealing from real builders." Before I could respond, he leaned in, spat a slur that cut like glass, and slapped me so hard my head snapped sideways. Security pinned him. Thorpe stammered apologies, but I wiped the blood, met Victor's glare, and said coolly, "Thanks for the clarity, Mr. Hale. This meeting just got a lot more productive. We diverted to Vegas for cops, hauled him off, and I resumed like nothing happened. But inside, fury mixed with that old fire. This wasn't just about me. It was the system that bred guys like him, thinking they owned the game. That slap lit a fuse, but I didn't lash out, no. I played smart, like Abuela taught. Revenge cold, precise, total. Back in HQ, we leaked the jet's HD footage to key reporters, watching it go viral, hashtags exploding as outrage poured in, while Legacy stock dipped and their PR spun it as a heated exchange. Thorpe's crew fought dirty hacking attempts on our servers, digging up dirt on my Stanford days, even tailing Carlos with PIs, and worst, some vicious media hit pieces triggered Abuela's stroke, leaving her hooked to machines in LA General. I sat by her bed, doubting everything. Is this worth it? Until she squeezed my hand, whispering, "Finish it, Mija. Don't let them define you." Renewed, we dug deeper. Emails proving Thorpe sicked Victor on me to provoke a blow-up and trigger a merger escape clause. Patterns of racism burying complaints from minority staff. Shady contracts won through exclusive clubs. We fed it to the Fed's espionage probes, leaks tanking their shares until Thorpe begged a neutral meet in a swanky NYC firm. Face to face, he slid a settlement, gutting my role, but I flipped the script, laying out evidence. Your emails about handling the Latina problem? The funds paying my ex to lie about my code? FBI raiding your offices as we speak. His polish cracked. You set this up. But I stood, calm. No, Reginald, you built this trap yourself. 24 hours to resign, or watch it all burn. He folded by dawn, quitting, cooperating, landing 4 years in federal for fraud while we merged into Ramirez Legacy, boosting efficiency 22%, diversity hires 70%, and sparking industry-wide probes that ousted 3 more CEOs. Looking back, that slap didn't break might expose the rod, forcing change not just for us, but for every overlooked talent fighting the old guard. But here's the thing that keeps me up sometimes. Was it justice, or did I push too far, turning personal pain into a corporate purge? What do you think? Did I handle it right, or should I have settled quieter? Drop your take in the comments. Like if this fired you up, subscribe for more real talk stories, and share if you face something similar. Let's chat about where real power lies in these battles.